Hey y'all, welcome back to Adventuring with Amanda. Thank you so much for being here. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Y'all, if you didn't see my video yesterday, I had an incident where my van battery died when I was in the middle of the forest. Go ahead and check it out. Ended up that it was best case scenario, so it ended up not being as big of an issue as I thought it would be. But toward the end of the day, I had really bad anxiety. Like, my anxiety kicked in full force, and it's rare that that happens to me anymore. I used to have really bad anxiety, but it's gotten so much better. I've learned a lot of like self care, what should I say, practices to help with my anxiety. And honestly, I live such a peaceful, low stress life that I don't really have a lot that triggers anxiety for me anymore. I should also note that I sought professional help last year for my anxiety, and since then, life has been 1,000 times better. So, but yesterday was one of those days where it just kind of came creeping in because I started my day with a dead battery, and although it turned out okay, and I posted a video about it, my anxiety was really triggered because I got some really nasty comments on that video. People essentially saying that I'm stupid. And as a highly educated woman with 2 college degrees, I took offense to that. And my anxiety was already high, and Maddie came over to my van, and I literally told him that I was going to quit YouTube because I let these losers get to me, right? So, and he even told me, he was like, you have a thicker skin than that. And at the time, my anxiety was so bad that I was like, I don't have a thicker skin than that. And I just started crying. And crying is not something that I do often either. I rarely cry. Like, I just don't have many reasons to cry because life is good. But it was a tough evening. And, I always say to people, like, you do have to have a thick skin to have a YouTube channel because losers on the internet are nasty. They are nasty. I don't care how kind you are, how brilliant you are, like whatever. Like, even Maddie gets nasty comments on his channel, and he's one of the nicest men I know. So with that being said, I'm actually going to hold all comments for review on this video because I'm kind of sick of the nasty comments. Like, no matter what I do, people always find something wrong with it. And I woke up today feeling way, way better. And you know what? I'm like, I'm not going to let those people who have probably never left their hometown get to me, right? So there's Wynston barking at Maddie. But anyways, so in this video, I am going to kind of talk through it and work through it because I know that a lot of people can relate. And like I said, I'm feeling way, way better today. Maddie did what he could yesterday to make me feel better, but I just needed some space, some quiet. I needed to hunker down in my van, listen to my baseball game, and go to sleep early. And that's what I did. And I got an awesome night's sleep, and I woke up feeling like a new woman. So in van life, and actually it's funny because Maddie posted a video yesterday about how van life doesn't solve all your problems, and it doesn't. You have to do inner work with yourself, especially if you want to thrive in this sort of life, because this lifestyle is not easy. It's not luxurious. It's not easy. You know, and you miss a lot of those like comforts that you would have at like a home or something like that. So van life doesn't solve all your problems. You got to do the inner work. But yesterday, just kind of had to deal with it. So let's talk through it. Let's walk through it. I'm going to show you what I'm up to at camp and kind of how I'm going about my day today and letting go of control of that anxiety and these people who are trying to bring me down. Let's get started. We're at our new campsite this morning, and I'm cooking us up some bacon. Although we're only a couple miles from where we were yesterday and the days prior, it's kind of a different environment here. We're right off of a dirt road, which was giving me kind of a bit of anxiety yesterday, but I'm feeling much better today. after my battery fiasco yesterday. I just never quite recovered from the anxiety, even though it turned out to be best case scenario. But it'll be 73 today, sunny, and beautiful. We ate our breakfast, and now that I am fueled up for the day, I can work on cleaning up my camp, my dishes, the rest of my van. I need to use my lint roller on my bed because I didn't do that yesterday, and shake out my blanket. Since we spent the day in town yesterday, I didn't do a ton inside the van, but I also had to put my bed on 2 pieces of foam on this side because I was unlevel and I didn't want to use boards under my tires just because I was feeling lazy. So next on the list is to make my bed. I have my solar plugged in, and there's TT. Here's a time lapse in 4 times speed of me kind of picking up my van. I had my electronics charging via my Rock Pals this morning. I'm listening to sports radio on my tablet. And next on the list is to use the lint roller on my bed. I like to keep up with the dog hair every day because it makes cleaning so much more manageable. And there's Wynston on the ramp just supervising, guarding camp, making sure everybody is staying out of trouble and not having too much fun. We call him the fun police. But anyways, a lint roller is my best friend for cleaning my bed off. And then I shake out my blankets, get them folded. I always feel a million times better when my bed is made. And there are actually studies that show if you make your bed in the morning, that's one task off the list, and it creates a much more productive feeling so you can have a better day ahead of you. It's like a small yet very big task that I like to do every day before I do anything else. So I also used my little high-powered vacuum. I've been using that every day just because it is so extremely effective, and we had a fairly dusty day yesterday because of all the traffic on the dirt road, and I felt like my van was just getting annihilated, which also probably caused me more anxiety. So I'm happy to be getting it all cleaned up today. There is the dirt road that we are camped on. It is a forest road, and it's actually 16 miles long, so it is a thoroughfare technically. I've seen so many vehicles go by that I haven't seen leave the other way. So there is quite a bit of traffic, which I'm not really used to, and that was also a cause of my anxiety yesterday, but I'm feeling way better about it today. I was just not in a good headspace, right? So when you're not in a good headspace, the simplest thing can make everything worse. But we have a big, gorgeous campsite, and I think this is the furthest away Maddie and I have been parked in a while. But we wanted to give the illusion that we were taking up this whole area. I talked earlier about letting go of control, and that is a huge, huge part of treating anxiety. And typically when my campsite is kind of scattered around like this and I have stuff everywhere, I'm quick to clean it up and get it organized. But today I'm taking some deep breaths, doing one thing at a time, and reminding myself that not everything has to be perfect all the time. So I'm just enjoying the process because I like organizing so much and really clearing my head with it. So I got my camp cleaned up. It's a great day. Beautiful weather. I'm listening to the Suns game tonight. Suns game 5. The Phoenix Suns are playing in Denver. If you don't know, I'm a huge sports fan. Arizona sports, yay. I'm really big into baseball's my number 1, basketball's my number 2. So listening to my sports today, beautiful breeze. Like I said earlier, 72 and sunny. So the van's looking good. I feel good. This morning I made bacon for me and Maddie, and I thanked him for being so understanding yesterday and just, he wasn't trying to cure my problems or get all up in my business. He just kind of was like, okay, I'm here if you need me, just, do your thing. And so I have a very close, small, trusted group of friends. And this is one of the reasons, right? I like to be honest with people. I like to surround myself with people who will love and support me. And so I'm just really thankful for Maddie in that capacity. And I look forward to continuing on with our day. So who does that? The National Forest Service?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah, they'll dig holes where the water's rushing really fast, and it will stop it.
That makes sense because they get all the snow up here.
And it would just run like a river through here and wash all the soil away if they didn't do this.
We just went on a little walk to check out what we thought was a trailhead. Turns out it wasn't, but it was fun to do some exploring. Now Maddie is putting up my awning and making some improvements on it. Wynston is hanging out, and I'm working on my to-do list for the next week to get my thoughts organized. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that it was helpful or inspiring to you. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.